Aloha mai kako. Olora keia Avelina mai ka YouTube channel ke Aloha no Hawaii. Hello everyone, this is Laura and welcome to my YouTube channel ke Aloha no Hawaii. In our past lessons, we learned how to talk about specific things by using our definite article, the. Ka puke, the book. Ke ka'a, the car. We also learned how to be more specific about which object we're indicating by using demonstratives. Keia puke, this book. Ke la ka'a, that car. But what if you wanted another way to specify which object you're talking about? My book, your car. Well, in this video, we'll find out how to say things like my, your, and his and her by learning about possessives, or na, no, noa. In English grammar, possessives are words or grammatical constructions that are used to indicate a relationship of possession. In English, there are different possessive words based on the possessor. My car, your car. But there is no change in the possessive based on the thing or amount of things being possessed. My car, but also my cars. Mahalo. Yes, that's good to point out, because just like in English, in Hawaiian we'll have different possessives based on the possessor. So a different word for my, your, his and her, etc. But on top of that, there will also be different forms of the possessive based on the thing being possessed. So take my book and my car. Those two phrases will both use different words for my. And some of you might be thinking, oh sure, those words use different words for the. Ka puke, because puke starts with P, and ke ka'a, because ka'a starts with K, so their possessives must follow the same rules, right? Unfortunately, not at all. The rules which determine which definite article or word for the you use are completely different from the rules that determine which form of the possessive you use. Take these words. Ko'u, ka'u. Both of these words mean my. Now, objects that would take ko'u for my are called O-class objects, or kino o. And of course, objects that take ka'u for my are A-class objects, or kino a. So let's take a look at the rules of what goes into kino o versus what goes into kino a. In general, kino o objects are things that are inherited or things you have no choice over possessing and can't be given or taken away. They include relatives of the same generation or older, such as grandparents, parents, siblings, and cousins, because you have no control over that relationship. They also include things like house or other buildings, vehicles, and animals that you ride. Because think of it, back in the day, these were things that you traditionally inherited. They passed from generation to generation. You had no choice over the possession. You inherited these things. Kino o objects also include your name, your age, your emotions or thoughts, and body parts. These are all things you did not choose to possess. They were given to you, or they're just part of you. And related to that, kino o objects also include things that are in close contact to your body, such as clothing, jewelry, and accessories that you wear, and things you're either on, like a chair, or under, like a blanket. By contrast, kino a objects are things you did choose to possess or you acquired. They include relatives younger than your generation, such as children or grandchildren, as well as other relationships that you choose, such as your spouse or significant other. One exception here is friend. Though you do choose your friends, words that start with hoa, such as ho'aloha for friend, are actually kino o objects. Kino a objects also include your pets, as long as they're not animals that you ride, food, your profession, and all other items you acquire, books, computers, TV. Kino a objects also include items that you carry, like a purse or bag. Now, I know that sounds like something in close contact with your body or something that you wear, but just remember, if you carry it, it's a kino a item. And finally, kino a objects also include things that you made or have that you are intending to give away or sell. So you are transferring the ownership away from yourself. Let me explain that last one a little bit more. Imagine you are wearing a lei and you ask your friend, "Do you like my lei? Make make oi I ko'u lei." The lei is something you are wearing, so it's a kino o, ko'u lei. But imagine you made a lei to sell and you ask your customer, "Do you like my lei? Make make oi I ka'u lei." The lei is yours because you made it, but you intend to sell it to the customer. So it's an kino a, ka'u lei. Okay, let's review the rules for kino o and kino a one more time. Kino o objects in general are things that are inherited or you have no choice over possessing. Relatives the same generation or older, house or buildings, vehicles, animals that you ride, like a horse, name, age, emotions and thoughts, body parts, things you wear like clothing, jewelry, and accessories, and things you're either on or under. Kino a objects are things that you did choose to possess and you acquired. They include relatives younger than your generation, relationships you chose, except for the word friend, ho'aloha. They include pets, food, your profession, other items that you acquire, and items you carry. And finally, they include things that you made or have that you are intending to give away or sell. How about we ho'oma'a? How about we practice? I'll name an object or person and you tell me if it's kino o or kino a. Mother. Kino o, because it's a relative that's a generation older than us. Son. Kino a, because it's a relative that's a generation younger than us. Cousin. Kino o, because it's a relative that's the same generation. Husband. Kino a, because it's a relationship we choose. Friend. Trick one. Kino o, though we choose our friends, words that start with hoa, like ho'aloha for friend, are kino o. How about dog? Kino a. Pets are kino a. And horse? Kino o. Animals that you ride are kino o. Okay, how about the dress I'm wearing? Kino o. Our clothes are kino o because they're in close contact to our body. But what if I'm a designer and I'm talking about my dress that I'm going to sell? Kino a. Though the dress is mine, it's my design, I'm meaning to sell it. Okay, how about lunch? Kino a. Food is kino a. How about a beach mat? Kino o, because beach mat is something that we sit or lay on. How about love? Kino o. Remember, emotions are kino o because they are a part of us. How about your job? Kino a. Professions are something you choose, so they're kino a. And finally, how about mouth? Kino o. Body parts are kino o. Okay, do you think you understand the difference between kino o and kino a? If you ever forget or need a refresher, just go back to that portion of the video. And now that we've learned the difference between kino o and kino a, let's learn our possessives. Each possessive will have a kino o and a kino a version. Let's start with my. For kino o, it's ko'u. For kino a, it's ka'u. And your kino o is ko. Kino a is kau. Note that my has the okina, but your does not. Ko'u, ko. And finally, his or her, kino o, kona. Kino a, kana. Note the kahako in your and his and her for the kino a. So my car is ko'u ka'a. Your car is kou ka'a. Her book, kana puke. The plural possessives, our, your plural, and their are even simpler. For kino o, you simply have ko plus the personal pronoun. Ko kaua, our. Ko la ko, their. And for kino a, you have ka with the kahako over the a, again, plus the personal pronoun. You two, your, ka olua. So you and I, our house is ko kaua hale. But you two, your house, ko olua hale. And them three, their TV. The word for TV is kiwi. Ka la ko kiwi. For possessive nouns, which in English we form with apostrophe s, we'll use the same pattern as our plural possessives. So for kino o, we have ko plus the noun. And for kino a, we have ka plus the noun. So Mary's parent, the word for parent is makua. Ko Mary makua. But Mary's child, the word for child is keiki. Ka Mary keiki. Does that all make sense? Now, what we've just learned are known as K-possessives because they all start with K. But there's also something called a zero possessive, which doesn't start with any consonant.
Let's look at the kino o version of our K-possessives. In order to make the kino o version of zero possessives, you simply remove the K. So ko'u becomes o'u. Ko maua becomes o maua. And here are our kino a versions of our K possessives. In order to make kino a versions of zero possessives, you once again remove the K. But then for the plural possessives, you also remove the kahako. Ka kawa, akawa. Ka mako, amako. Now our word order for possessive phrases using K-possessives was possessive plus the noun being possessed, ko'u, ka'a. But our word order for possessive phrases using zero possessives is definite article, noun being possessed, then the possessive, ke, ka'a, o'u.
So why would you use zero possessives? Well, there are some phrases where using the zero possessive is just a better flow. Think about the phrase, the woman's book. If you use the K possessive, it's ka kawahine puke. Ka kawahine puke. You have ka and then ka. It's just a little hard to say sometimes. Now if you use the zero possessive, it's kapuke a kawahine. Kapuke a kawahine. An easier flow there. It can also be useful to have the o-possessive when you're talking about creating a possessive form of a phrase that's already a possessive. Think about the phrase, my mother's house. My mother is already a possessive phrase, but then you're making it a possessive, my mother's house. With the K possessive, it would be ko ko'umakuahine hale. Again, you have ko, a little hard to say. But if you use the zero possessive instead, you have kahale o ko'umakuahine. Kahale o ko'umakuahine. Does that all make sense? Now I wanted to make sure you knew both K possessives and zero possessives, because in a later lesson when we learn about the phrase I have, there will be strict rules around when you use the K possessive and when you use the zero possessive. I'll note there's also an N possessive, which is essentially the zero possessive plus N at the beginning, but we won't talk too much about that in this video. Well, that's our video on possessives. As always, if you liked this video, please click the thumbs up button. And if you want to know as soon as new videos are released, click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. And check out the description below. If you missed any of our past lessons, they are all linked there, as well as some of my favorite Hawaiian language learning resources. And if you want to connect on social media, you'll find the links there as well. Okay, until next time, a hui hou.